Are you a poor noob? Do you struggle to make money on Oldschool Runescape because you're bad? Meet TemuRaikesy, a fresh level 3 account with the goal of making his first 100 mil. But unlike real Raikesy, TemuRaikesy is incredibly bad at the game and can only do the noobiest moneymakers to build his bank. I want to show you just because you're a noob doesn't mean you can't become disgustingly rich on Oldschool Runescape. Now, this account only has 2 rules. 1, I can use the Grand Exchange but no trading players, and 2, I can only earn gold from the most brain-dead moneymakers. No crazy bosses, no insane switches or clicks, just room temperature IQ moneymakers, so feel free to follow along. Our newbie adventure starts in the humble town of Lumbridge. So we just spawned in Lumbridge on the new account TemuRaikesy, level 3.4. Here are the stats, obviously all 1, and the inventory, which is pretty much things we got from spawn. So completely fresh, completely new account. First thing we're going to do to make some money is wield this bronze axe and dump everything in the bank. I might even sell that later because it is a bit cluttered. And of course we're using bonds for membership. Don't mind those. No one's paying for membership these days. We ain't rich. It's a recession. It's RIP. So I will be heading on to Varrock, and on the way to Varrock, we're going to be cutting as many logs as we can. We are 8 woodcutting. I am cutting a new MV of logs, and we got about 3.8k from the first MV I sold. But I think I need 2 more MVs, and really quickly I'm going to see how much is steel axes. I don't think this should be too much, not at all. So small little upgrade for the grind. I will go ahead and put a better offer on that, and we'll get 2 more MVs of logs. And that's going to be our 3rd and final MV of logs. Logs are about, well, it says it's about 162, but they're selling for like 125, so don't let that scam you here. So let's go ahead, sell this last MV, grab that beautiful 3.6k for our first 10 grand right off the bat. But what are we going to do with this? Well, we're going to invest it in some buckets. Yes, some buckets, dude. And hopefully these sell. I've never bought buckets before. Beautiful, they have sold. And what are we going to need with that? A Falador teleport. Do we really need a Fally teleport? No, we could walk there. But it's only 300 gold, which is like 3 logs. Here, how many buckets can we really buy? I think we buy about 300. So, beautiful. Ooh, what do we do this? All right, that works anyway. So now we have 1,300 buckets. Break that straight to Falador. And we're in Falador because, from my knowledge, there might be something better out there, but this is the closest water source to a bank. And yes, we are going to fill the buckets of water, or buckets of emptiness with water, to sell them for 36 gold each. Therefore, quadrupling our profit. And it's pretty fast. So, not the best money maker, but this is going to be a great way to get us that first 40 to 50k cash. So, I was just informed that if I go to a PvP world, it'll be even faster. I hate my chat. Since I went to a PvP world for no reason, we got to go back to Falador, which we can afford. But I thought I'd show off the log method here. The worst canoe I could get. And it's literally just a log. I've never seen this animation before. It's quite great. But yes, on our way back to Falador, because I'm a dumbass. And we have just filled all of the buckets of water. And if we want, we could sell these for almost 50k. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So head on over to Lumbridge. We're going to take the sweet canoe straight to the Grand Exchange. I was able to sell them for 33 gold. We have our first little miniature cash stack in the game. 45k plus this extra. And so what I'll be doing here is training mage. The goal is to get 25 mage for Varrock Telly. And I think I'm going to go ahead and buy the mage supplies from the actual shops. I think it's going to be a little cheaper. Pick up an air staff, some runes, and I'll meet you guys at the cow pen. Oh, and first, I don't want to forget, we'll need some dueling rings. So we'll go ahead and pick up, say 5. And I think I'm going to go ahead and drink some wines, dude. As this account's going to be mage build, therefore, we can actually utilize wines for a good amount of time, and they're very cheap, and it'll be our healing food, so. Teleport's unlocked, food unlocked, let's go buy some runes. Spent around 20k on supplies, got a beautiful fire staff, 2,000 of each rune that I need. And of course the goal is 25 mage. We'll be starting in the cow pen, teleporting to the arena, running down, opening the gate. And every cow I get, I'm going to obviously keep the cow hide. And I was thinking about tanning the hide since the tanner is legit right over there. But I looked at the price, and it's not really worth tanning. You only get about 30 to 40 gold more. So I think we'll just get a full MV, bank, rinse and repeat, until we inevitably unlock Varrock teleports. A 13 mage. That means we can now cast Fire Strike, which is pretty nice. That happened very fast. And, you know, just a price check of cowhide. They are 266 each. Not bad. Not the best money. Could probably make more money cutting trees, but we need 25 mage anyways, so this will have to do. Boom! 25 mage. We can now teleport to Varrock. Why do we need to teleport to Varrock? Well, I will show you. Also, we got a beginner clue. I just got to go talk to the tramp, so I'm going to give you that real quick. Probably not going to make much off it, but you never know. Maybe we'll get something cheeky. So, how many hides do we get during this grind? Let us check the bank here. And we're looking at about 150, 160. Not bad at all. So, I'm going to go ahead and sell these, see if I can get the casket from Charlie the Tramp, and then continue on with the strategy. We did get the beginner casket. This series really wasn't meant for clue scrolls, but if I get one and I can do it, we might as well, so good luck. That's pretty much what I expected. Horrible loot indeed. But let's go ahead and sell these cowhides as well, claiming beautiful 66k. But what will we spend it on? Here is the investment. We bought 100 law runes and 400 oak logs. Why did we buy those? Well, we're going to be running some planks. Yes, this is going to be the first money maker. We need 0 skills, just some upfront money, and we should be able to make a good amount per hour. I'm hoping above 3 to 400k per hour. Now, if you have the woodcutting guild unlocked, which needs 60 woodcutting, it's going to be a lot better. But I don't, so we're not going to be able to do that. Let's go ahead and drag these logs here, pop them in, and we'll get to work. And of course, we're not going to be able to afford stamina pots, so instead, we're going to be using the Varrock's Cave, or Varrock's Enclave. And if you run west, you'll be able to use this pool of refreshments, which will get your energy to 100%. Now, from here, obviously we teleport to Varrock, and we run over to the nice and beautiful lumber yard to make some planks. Now, the rough thing is every plank we make is 250 gold. Therefore, we're going to be spending quite a bit of money making these. But we could sell them for 550 each, which is a profit of 200 plus per oak we make in a plank. So it's pretty good money. Come here for energy. Let's go ahead and run this stack until we run out of money, rinse and repeat, sell it, and just try to build up this cash stack. So we ran out of gold. We legit only have 100 gold left. So let's go ahead and sell the 117 planks we're able to make. That is going to be 60k. And then take that cash, reinvest it, and run some more logs. We have 58 gold left, but we were able to make a good amount more planks than the last time. It is stacking, baby. It is growing. Look at that. Boom! 127k. Of course, I will need to buy some more dueling rings, so I'm going to go ahead and buy 10 of these. And then I think for oak logs, I'm going to do a nice big investment of 1,000. All right, another stack of planks, baby. Give me the money. 218k. Oh yes, the plan is working. Our biggest stack of planks so far. I'm going to go ahead and sell this overnight. Oh, just kidding. They instantly sold. We now have 368K. We're only a couple hours deep. It's feeling pretty good. The money's pouring in, but we need over a mil. So we're not going to be going anywhere. I think it's time to oak max out here in these streets, buy some more, and simply run it back. 5 gold, 850 planks, dump them into the market, 450K, and we continue. Claiming 900 oak planks, 700K, almost our first mill, and I think it's about time we make the first investment of the series with this sweet cash. So we're going to be buying a Ring of the Elements. Shout out to my boy Agile, as I didn't even know this thing existed. And what you do is you charge this thing with 100 of each rune, and it pops it in. And then let me go ahead and bank all of these. We won't be needing that anymore. Grab our logs. Give me all those bad boys. And this should take us to the Earth Altar. And I think that's pretty darn cool. And look at how close we are to the guy who makes planks. I had no idea this was in the game. It cost me 500K. So I think a pretty good investment. Let's continue making some planks. This thing is sick. So I've legit just made these planks that I had in my bank so fast using this ring. I had no idea it existed. I'm so glad I do now. This is absolute biz for making planks. I'm gonna go ahead and sell, I'd say like 600 planks that we've made, and then continue running it. Don't need to really show you guys the clip though. I'll only show you guys the clip when we get a big old cash stack. Got a nice 1,000 planks freshly hot off the plank maker. Thank you very much. Dump it, baby. Look at these logs. Oh yes, together I think we've finally surpassed 1 mil. Actually a lot over our first mil. But we ain't done, baby. Just woke up, and thankfully my oak planks and Ring of the Elements sold for the full price. Well, I guess the Ring of Elements sold for like 50K less, but we got a lot of use out of it, so let's collect the money. Almost 2 mil. The miniature beginning grind of the series is over. Probably the hardest grind of the series to make that first bit of money starting from nothing. But guess what? It's time to make some more investments. I need to buy some stuff. Here is the first round of investments. Yes, we are going to be getting into some farming, and I want to do it straight away when we have some money so that we can farm nonchalant the whole series for extra income. And we're going to start out with some super compost and volcanic ash. These are still kind of buying. And then once we get 15 farming, we're going to grow some oak saplings. Use the tomatoes to make sure they're safe and sound, and hopefully from there, over time, we will get 38 farming for Toadflax runs, which is what I honestly want to do in the future. We'll be getting not only minimal, and I'm talking very minimal farming XP, but actually a good amount of money per hour. So this is about 400K to 500K GP an hour. So you need 2 volcanic ash per super compost, and you just kind of do this, and it makes them for you. And it's pretty bad XP, like I said. But we're getting money per hour, and it's good. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty damn bad. I've never done this before, but I saw it in a money-making guide. I wanted to try it out. So just to show the profit here, 150 GP in volcanic ash into 90 GP of super compost gives me about 400 gold. And that is with every tick we are making that. So even if you're not looking for farm XP, which you really shouldn't be, this is absolute garbage, you're making a good amount of money. Boom, 14. I know you're probably expecting 15 farming, but sadly I hit the buy limit on super compost, which is 2,000 limit, which is so stupid. I had no idea. I would have bought them overnight if I knew. So we won't be able to buy super compost for a bit, meaning we can't finish off level 15 with this sweet method, but I think it's okay if we do it the old-fashioned way. Let's check out the profits here. 800K, and of course we still have some leftover volcanic ash. So we teleported on over here, and why we're at Camelot is because you can buy everything you need to start farming from this beautiful lady. So, you know, I'm not even sure I'll need all of this, but we're going to go ahead and buy it regardless. Looking pretty good. We'll stash it into the leprechaun here. Good, sir. Also let them hold these ultra compost. I didn't sell them all. I'm going to keep a couple for future grinds, of course. This should be it. And of course, you're going to be seeing these tomatoes for the rest of the series, as I am not going to grab them. But now we can grow oaks. Alright, heading into the gnome stronghold. The best way to get here is going to be with the necklace of passage and teleporting to the outpost. Shoutouts to my boy PVM Sammy for pointing that out. There's not really a great way to get here until you unlock the spirit tree, and we're not going to be doing that quest because I don't want any attack XP. But if you did want attack XP, you can go ahead and unlock that, and it's much faster. I'm not too worried. We're only going to be doing tree runs for a couple days. We are outside a hops patch. This is something I just learned, that if we grow jutes, which are very cheap, like a couple gold per seed, and then we're going to hit it with the ultra compost because we're not going to pay for protection. To pay for protection, you need some weird thing that costs like 1k each, and you need 6 of them, and we're not paying 6,000 gold, so we're just going to pray this survives. But there's a patch right above Lumbridge. There's also a patch right above McGrubber's Woods. We're going to use that, and then one in Gielinor. So there's 3 hot patches that I can currently use that I know to my knowledge, and if these jute seeds survive, we get 1k per jute fiber. That's insane. That's actually really good, and you only need 13 farming. And soon, we'll be able to use all of these teleports with mage and not have to use teletaps, which is quite ridiculous. Now that I have my farming pretty much set up, I got my trees growing, I got my jutes growing, I think it's time to start another magic grind. So I have done some more purchases, but first let's collect our ultra compost, which slow sold. We're back at a mill. And we ended up buying 5,000 chaos runes, 10,000 air runes, a staff of water. And yes, boys, it is time to finally grind out mage. The first goal, 45 mage. The real goal, this grind will last till I am 60 mage. And I will let you guys know why in the future. And this grind's going to be a bit dangerous. Super newbie, but dangerous. Alright, boys, we're going to head over to the Ferox Enclave. We could also use a games necklace for this if you really wanted, but it's pretty close by. And this grind will be in the wilderness. Now, if you're following along and you don't really feel like risking anything, you can go do blue dragons, which is a-okay. But green dragons are weaker. They are weak to water strike, which we have the mage level 4, and they're incredibly close to a bank. And I really don't think we're going to get killed at level 18 combat, but you never know. Another reason why it is super dangerous, though, is because we can get one hit by fire. Yes, we got to be very careful. We got to be very, very careful indeed. So what I would do is mark a tile where we can attack this. Oh my gosh, that's not the tile, dude. That's not the tile at all. Is this the tile? Please be the tile. That is not even the right tile I marked, but this one seems to be working. And if you do make a mistake, you will get one hit. You will get destroyed in one absolute hit. So please be very careful. Make sure you do lure it behind this tree and farm. And this is where we're going to be training mage while collecting dragon bones and green dragon hides, which are worth an absolute ton of money. Alright, first dragon killed. Now, the first couple kills are going to be a bit slow. Our mage level is low. But the higher levels we get, the better it's going to get, and the profit's going to be a lot more. But per kill, we're going to get about 5,000 gold, plus whatever extra. And I guess this guy really wants the world. He waited the whole time, so we'll give it to him. I'm not too worried. Alrighty. That'll be the last one of this inventory here. I'm still trying to find a good spot to farm the dragon, so be careful when doing this, because you may get absolutely collapsed here. Not even by PKers, but just by the dragon itself. But if that happens, it is only a PVM death, so it's not that bad. And I still got to mess with the looting bag settings, but with about 32k GP and rune usage, we made 39k. So we're about break even. As the mage levels get higher, the profit will rise, the accuracy will rise. But I think it's time to do our first jute farm run. Hopefully they survived. Now, I have not grown jutes before, at least not for profit. But every jute is about 1K. So pretty good. I don't know how many we're to get. Our farming level is incredibly low. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. This might actually be better than herb runs. And in the future, we can actually line them up perfectly with herb runs because they're only a 50-minute wait time. Hopefully that's right. So from one patch, and of course only if it survives, we get 10K. Not bad. Hey guys, these series that I'm starting to create have been a ton of fun, but they do take a lot of time and effort. So if you could drop a like if you're enjoying it so far, and feel free to subscribe because I have a ton of other dumb ideas in my head that I plan to make in a series that I really would love to show you. So either way, let's get back into some money making. Look at this big, beautiful oak tree and this random guy doing farm runs with a dragon square shield, but let's grab it. And that's going to be 24 farming. Yeah, I did a couple trees in between, you already know. A couple jute runs as well. And what I want to do now, before we get back to the green dragons, because that's exactly where I want to go, is I want to do a quest. And yes, we will be questing during this series, unfortunately, but it's going to happen. Not too many quests, and they're all going to be very easy, sticking with the motto of the series, Newbie Moneymakers. And this quest is going to be the Garden of Death. You need 20 farming as a requirement and an anti-poison, and that's about it. So while you bring a stamina so you can run past the scary monsters. So it is still a newbie quest, but we are very low level, so do be careful. I probably should have bought another stamina pot for this quest. I got a little cheap here. It's done. I definitely caught that on recording. 10,000 farming XP, 32 farming, 6 levels to Toadflax. We can now grow Raynar. Sadly, Raynar is not that profitable, though. But let's head back to Green Dragons. Yo, 45 mage. We've just unlocked all the very important teleports for future farm runs. Sadly, we are now 29 combat. And there's level 50 right over there. It's actually got quite active around these parts, but yep, very nice. 45 mage. And I know it's a bad example because we just started this trip, but we're actually getting a full envy and looting bag from 300 chaos runes now. The trips are very profitable. No! I didn't think these could die with Ultra Compost, dude. Come on, brother. This is the worst day. Hey, baby. Another inventory done. Got a heart clue. Not gonna even touch it. Not even gonna touch it at all. But we are now 52 mage. We've used mainly all of the chaos runes, all 5k. There's like 100 left. So I'm gonna have to buy another 5,000 chaos runes. So 500k investment. But as you can see, we're getting a ton more bones. The looting bag is full. So the higher level you get, the way better the inventories get. And let's go ahead and show off the Green Dragon tab so far. So yeah, 160 chaos runes left. And we are now above 250 of each hide and bone. No, I was gonna record it at the next oak tree. I didn't think I'd get 38 farming putting Ultra Compost in, dude. Oh my gosh. Clip ruined for life. We still got the screenshot up though. 38 farming finally achieved. We can now grow Toadflax finally. Toadflax is unlocked. That's going to be our nice passive moneymaker this whole series, of course, paired with jute fiber. And I just wanted to show how much jute fiber I've gotten so far. 500k. 1/200th of the series done at a level 13 farming requirement. No way. Wait, what are you doing? Did you really just come up to me in full studded and a mage bow with no plan? Still scary, dude. Still scary. First time I've been attacked this whole grind. 60 mage. Alright, I'm not even going to kill this dragon since it's not even close to dying. But 60 mage gives me a couple options in the future, say wearing the Theremin Scepter or the Twin Flame Staff. But I don't want to spoil too much. I just wanted to get that grind out of the way. Longest grind of the series. Honestly, not even that great of money. But we were able to train up to 60 mage while profiting. So let's check out all the supplies we've gotten from 60 mage using 10,000 chaos runes. Here is the loot tab. Not looking too bad at all. Like I said, we didn't make like a ton of money, but we did profit. We spent, I think, around 1.1 mil, and we made, in profit, well over 1.6 mil. Pretty good, not the best money, but we'll be getting into the best money. For now, I want to use these supplies to level up the count a little bit more. But before we start training our prayer with the bones, I'm going to get 2 quests out of the way real quick. There we go. Restless Ghost is done. 1,000 XP. That got me 9 prayer. And Priest in Peril done. Mortania unlocked. We are now rocking 15 prayer. I want to get 43. Ooh, 42 combat now. So let's go use our Dragon Bones and get 43 prayer at the Wilderness Altar. And this is going to be 43 prayer, dude. And we now have all of the protections, which will come in very big handy later on. And with the rest of the bones, we can sell them. But before we sell the bones, I want to take all the green dragon hides that we have as well and tan them for an extra amount of money before selling the profits from green dragons. So when we tan these hides, just to check how much one hide is, it would be 1.2k. And if we go over to Ellis, good old Ellis, brother, tan those for 20 each. They turn into 1.5. So we're making about 200 plus profit extra. Look at this beautiful sea of green. One of the biggest sells we have so far this series, and it's only going to get more wild. And down below we bought some Toadflax, 100 each for 1.1. More Ultra Compost. Of course, when I go to buy it, it is way overpriced, and more jute seeds. So collected over 3.6 mil. I'm going to go plant some toads. So right now we're doing a bit of a weird money-making method where we are watering saplings that we have planted. Of course, we had to buy a couple things before doing that, like willow seeds and watering cans and filling up the watering cans. But once you get to this point, as long as you water them and wait for them to grow, you could sell these saplings for a lot more money than what you bought them for. Now, we're only making about 400 plus gold per sapling at the moment. But once our farming level gets much higher, this is going to be a crazy moneymaker that we'll be doing a lot. So while we're waiting for those saplings to grow, I've put a couple of orders out here, and I'm hitting the limit, so we're going to be making some super compost. I'm going to run some red D hides. Oh, yo, these grew super fast. So it's not going to be a lot of money. But as you can see, we only spent maybe 10k. And we turned in 120k. So we're at the tanners. You got the red D hide. This is the best hide to tan. 2.5k per hide. Still costs 20 gold to tan these things. And if we price check it, that is 2.8. We're making about 370 gold per, which is just absolutely insane. So we only got 3 patches that are really usable at the moment. There's a couple we can unlock later with good teleports, but 1k per Toadflax. How much are we going to get per herb? I'm not sure if this is going to be over or underwhelming here. Oh, okay. Okay, that was pretty good. We don't got like the green secateurs, dude, or anything really. So how much did we make from 1k plus the compost? Turn that into 20k. Dude, I've been slamming these farm runs, baby. Look at this. We got 44 seeds left out of the 100. Let me note these real quickly here. And then price check. So we are up almost a whole million gold just from farm runs. And I do plan to actually expand the farm runs to more patches. Right now we're using 3. Soon it will be 6. But in the meantime, I did buy a couple things just because I can. We already out here. So we got some D hides, and then we hit the limit over a couple days on super compost. So yes, we're going to be making a lot of ultra compost. We're not doing Till Farm or Tiff Farm. Sometimes I say that wrong, but we are unlocking the teleport, baby. So now we can use this telly to get here anytime, and that's going to be fantastic because right up here is a herb patch. We just unlocked another patch, and we also bought some Frankenstein Castle teleports to get us to the Mortania patch as well, giving us 5 patches in total. But now my herb runs are going to become a lot more efficient. Boom, 45 farming. We've just unlocked the ability to grow maple trees, meaning we're not actually to grow maple trees, but we are gonna plant the saplings and sell them for 1k profit per, and it should be some pretty good money. Alright boys, I may have bought in a couple maple seeds overnight. I think I hit my buy limit here. So let's collect them, and that is, equally 1,000 maple seeds. So I should be making 1,000 gold per maple seed. But the only thing is, it's quite click intensive. I'm going to need to buy some more watering pails, and I'm gonna have to get some carpal tunnel for this. So I just put 1,000 seeds in some pots, and now comes the hard part, which isn't really hard. But as you can see, we just do that, pop it in there. There's probably even more efficient ways to do this, but this is how I'm gonna do it. And every tick is 1K. You just let them grow, then you slow sell them, and it's good money. And the higher up the seeds you do, of course, the higher up you make. And I still consider this a very newbie moneymaker, even though clicking will make you more per hour, because you can do it as slow as you want. It actually automatically fills. So you do not have to do it fast, but I would recommend it. Look at that beautiful patch. And with this patch in Mortania, that will be our final seed from the 100 stack challenge that we have. Oh, and 47 farming. Grow some watermelons. I don't think that's super profitable though, sadly, but it is some good XP. So let's plant that, pop her in the ground, use this little small man to note the rest of these grimy Toadflax. And I thought it'd be a good time to price check the bank. Got pretty much everything that's worth anything on me. Might have a couple schmackaroos laying around, but 1.7 mil from just farm runs. I didn't really do a lot of jute runs, so, you know, a little bit of jute runs there. Here are the maples. Very nice, and some ultra compost, and a little bit of cash. Yep, almost 10 mil, getting very, very close. So we're in a bit of an awkward situation where we don't have much cash because we're waiting for things to sell, but I do want to try this moneymaker. Whoa, those bought for a lot less than I thought, where I'm going to be enchanting Topaz amulets into burning amulets. I enabled spell filtering and then also spell reordering, and it made it, this is so much better. Oh my gosh, this is busted. It's absolutely busted. All right, they did end up selling. I believe I made 400 per, if you minus out the cosmic runes, plus I got a whole mage level and a half. So I put half my bank into some more Topaz amulets to make into burning necklaces. And I gotta say, I'm loving the moneymaker. I get mage XP, it's good money per hour, it's pretty chill with the clicks. And I was looking at other enchantments for jewelry, and there's really nothing that kind of compares to burning amulets at the moment. Also, I bought a lot more Toadflax seeds, and I have some more maple seeds buying very slowly. So we have every ounce of GP working for us at the moment. Time to start clicking. Oh baby, 65 mage. Thought it'd be a cool little milestone to record. We can wield a third age wand now. Not really going to be part of the series. 48 combat. Absolutely loving this moneymaker. And by the time I'm done with this and everything in the bank, I think we're at 10 mil. Now, I'm not going to have a 10 mil cash stack to show you because we're constantly recycling the money to make more money. But at 10 mil, I want to do a couple things. First, I want to unlock my 6 herb patch. I got to do some Sun Quest in Valamore, whatever you call it. And we'll have 6 herb patches ready to go. Right now, we're making about 1 to 1.1 mil a day on 5 herb patches in Toadflax, which I think is insane. So at 6 patches, we're going to be stepping up our game. And then after that, I think it's finally time to get into some crafting moneymakers. Oh, okay. Didn't realize the quest just ended there. Sweet. Okay. So I had to complete another quest, something about a twilight, and now I should be able to teleport to this area. Got a long ass name of the teleport bar, and then run on over to the bird, which I think my bird is right here. And then click on the Hunters Guild. Bada bing, bada boom. Run up north, farming patch. So a bit of a struggle. But now we have our 6 herb patch, which is going to be very good. And that's going to be pretty much all the herb patches we're going to get for the 100 mil series. Now, if the 100 mil series does well, and you guys like the newbie moneymakers, I would be so down to extend this to 500 mil for the next episode. And if we're going to make 500 mil in newbie moneymakers, we'll probably have to unlock every herb patch. But for now, 6 will do me. Yo, 66 mage! I'm loving this moneymaker. At the moment, though, I'm trying to sell like 2,000 burning amulets and trying to buy a little bit more. If everything goes well and I can actually sell these things for some good money, I think tomorrow we're going to start the crafting grind. Yes, finally going to touch another source of income, crafting. So I let some buys happen overnight, and real quick, I want to show after 2 days of farm runs, this is what we're up. So it's legit a mil a day, which is insane. Insane money. But sadly, not a lot of things actually sold. I did buy some more Topaz amulets, which is nice. And then for the limestone, I didn't realize it was such a hot commodity. So from this, we're going to have about 4.5k. And then I'm going to re-up my offers. And yes, we're buying more maple seeds. I didn't realize it, but if I were to use the maple saplings and sell them later in the day and at night, I could actually get around 6k per. Meaning I'm not just making 1,000 per seed, I'm making almost 2.5k per seed. So if the selling goes well on these, then we're going to be up. Oh, come on, brother. Oh, dude. So I bought 100 leather just on a whim, and I used 99 of them to get 12 crafting. So pretty much perfect. Let me go ahead and try this moneymaker. I heard it's very click intensive, which is going to be a bit worrying. And at a low level, if I fail, then I lose the whole brick. And at a higher level... Okay, so I'm failing already. But as you can see, it's not bad, dude. Okay, we gotta do something else. We gotta get our crafting up a little bit. I just made 5 rocks in a row. Oh, this is so bad early on. Holy moly, it's so bad, dude. Doing one of the most OG moneymakers of all time, making bowstring out of flax. But sad to say, it's not really that good of money. We're only making about 80 gold per. Absolute cheeks. But we did it 26, meaning we can make driftwood nets out of jute fibers. And I plan to do that until hopefully above 40 crafting, or at least above 30. Bro, is this the first genie I've gotten so far? I've been playing for a while. How the hell do I only get a genie now? I guess I'll put this into mage. Because honestly, if I can get teleblock, which I wasn't even assuming we'll get this series, it'd be a really fun moneymaker, and it'd be extremely newbie what I have planned. But I don't know if we'll hit 85 mage. Might as well lamp it though and try. So we are an Outerin, which is part of Varlamore's area. We took our sweet looking bird here. And the reason we're here is because we have to use a loom. And I've never really used a loom before. And the best loom to technically use would be in Bon Voyage, the island over there, Fossil Island. But we do not have enough kudos to get there, which is very unfortunate. So it's okay. We don't have to make too many of these. And it's still probably going to be some decent money to make some drift nets. And this is not too far from a bank. But eventually, not even sure if it's going to happen in the 100 mil series. I do want to unlock Fossil Island for birdhouse runs. But can we get enough kudos? I'm not sure. 36 crafting. Never doing this again. Not until I unlock Bon Voyage, dude. This is absolutely cheeks. But, you know, just in case we do unlock the island, you're making about 600 gold per net and some decent XP. We're now 36 crafting. I want to try my hand at some limestones. And it's looking a lot better, dude. And every one I make is about 150 gold profit. Okay, boys. 40 minutes later, and we've finally made all of our limestone bricks. A nice 104 rocks. Oh my gosh, 43 crafting, which I gotta say, 43 crafting is quite a nice stat to have. But I don't think I'll ever do that again. My wrist legit hurts. 2.1 mil. I bought these at 1.57 mil, so we could say that's about 600k profit. Just woke up, and as you can see, we got 1,200 Toadflax chilling, 53 farming. Goal is 56 for the Quorms, so we're going to save them till then. But good things happened last night. Lots of good things. As you can see, we bought so many more maple seeds, and the maple saplings ended up selling for 56, pretty much 5,700. So I made not only 1k per sapling, I made 1,700 gold per sapling. Therefore, we're making bank. Obviously, we did sell the burning amulet slowly, collect the goods, and I mean, I guess it's a good time, if any, to price check some of this stuff here. But like I said, we are well above 10 mil, almost to 20. Money is literally just ramping in. So let's go ahead and put some of these maple seeds in some buckets and start printing. All right, we got our maple saplings ready. It took me about 30 minutes, and I think I made about 1.8 mil in 30 minutes. Since we have so much money, I want to try some money makers that require just buying stuff from shops. And we teleported here with the skilling necklace, which I didn't know we could, straight to the farming guild. And we're going to be buying bagged plants 1. I got the clicks here, so I just click on them, boom, buy 1K a piece. And they sell for 1.7. So I have just switched to every world. I'm buying 10 at a time, because the more you buy, the higher the price it goes up. 10 at a time makes it go up to a maximum of 1,300. It didn't take me that long to do all the worlds. I think that was maybe 15 minutes. I'm wondering if it's restocked by now. And it is, so I can do another infinite loop. The thing about this moneymaker, though, I think only one person can do it at a time. But at the moment, 1,200 bagged plants in 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. We spent probably 1.4 mil on these. Maybe 1.5, so we're up, I'd say 700-800K in 10-15 minutes. This moneymaker is disgusting. So I finally got World Hop limit logged here. We got 1 mil cash left. We bought a ton of bagged plants. What do we start with? Like a little bit over 6 mil cash. Now our plants are worth over 8.3 mil. This is such a good moneymaker, but it only works if one person or 2 people are doing it, though. That's the only problem. So if this video goes live, it might not actually be doable. I was gonna wait till the weekend was over, but these items actually sold in like a couple hours for the price points I wanted them to. Maple sapling for 5.9, 5.7, and all of my bagged plants for 1.6K. So this is gonna be the biggest collection of cash so far in this series. 14 million gold. And of course, that's not all our money. We got herbs, we got seeds, but that is our free cash investment. And I think I'm gonna head over back to the farming guild and make the most out of it. I now have 11 mil because I may have reinvested a good amount of money back into some more maple seeds because I'm very sick in the head. But we're going to keep buying these bagged plants. It seems that no one else is doing this, but I looked at all of these other bagged plants, trees, bushes, and it seems that there is actually one other that would make me some money. And it'd be bagged magic trees. They are valued at 50K each, so I'm only going to buy one, because if you buy more, they go up a ton. And they will sell upwards to 56 to 60K. So I'm making almost 10K per buy per world hop. The only thing is, not a lot of them are traded per day. So I am taking a bit of a risk. Hopefully these will sell. It's like 200 daily volume. I'm only going to buy like 50 because they're so expensive, and hopefully it works out. Finally, we have just hit 56 farming, unlocking quorum seeds that we can now grow, which is going to replace Toadflax for our herb seeds. But to hit 56 farming off Toadflax herb runs alone, it's pretty insane. I think it's netted us over 9 to 10 mil of just pure profit for the series so far, which is almost half the bank, if not more. But let's go ahead and price check how many Toadflax we have in the bank. I've been saving them for, I don't know, the last week, and it looks like we're a bit over 2,000 total Toadflax, which is going to net us 6 million gold. I'm going to slow sell this, so it's going to give me a little bit more money, but absolute bank off pure Toadflax herb runs. Everything has sold overnight. We are probably incredibly rich. I'm gonna have to collect it, but let's go ahead and check out this beautiful sea of green, my favorite part of the series, where we just see this cascading green effect, and my money just goes up. We also bought some more bagged magic trees. These took all day to sell, so I'm only doing 50 at a time, but I'm making money. Like, these sold for 57.8, these sold for 56.6. I tried bagged flowers, instantly sold. Not going to do any more of those. And, of course, 1,000 maple seeds collected. $20 million exactly. Oh, that's 1/5 of the series completed. It's only going to get faster from here. And, of course, that's not even with the maple seeds and the quorums, which are a little more money than Toadflax seeds. But let's see how much 100 quorum seeds nets us with herb runs. Alright, I bet you've never seen a series where they grind out Tiff Farm for a very weird reward. Alright, I want to buy that watering can. The watering can that costs 200 Tiff points. Oh, and it has a certain amount of charges of water. I don't think it's unlimited, but it'll be perfect for watering my saplings. which is going to be my #1 moneymaker going forward, especially when we get 60 farming and we unlock yew saplings. So this is what we're going to be doing. And the good thing is we can actually take the 2nd tier seed now, which is at level 54. We'll take 1k of them. Don't really think I'll plant that many, but road to 200 points. Now, of course, if you do lunars, I heard you can humidify saplings, and it's much better. I don't plan to do lunars. I plan to keep very low combat for a reason. We'll see if we even get to this reason in this series. But for now, let's go ahead and unlock the watering can. Apparently, if I hit 100, I get a little bit of a bonus, dude. So give me that bonus, please. Oh, not bad, dude. 18k farming. Oh, I got a farming level. I was not expecting to actually get farming levels. Nice. Papaya, I looked at the saplings. Not that good for profit, but still kind of cool. And also, we do have 11 million in offers buying maple seeds. For this whole series, I'm never going to have idle money. My money will constantly be making money at all times. All right, take my balagana. Take it, brother. Oh, baby. Some more XP. Oh. And we can grow white lilies. Thank you. Take my balagana. Oh, you can eat these? What does it do? Take it. Boom! 21,000 XP. 60 farming. We can now grow yew trees. Of course, the saplings are going to be bank. It's like 2 to 3k profit per sapling, but they do cost a lot more. The last balagano. Watch, people in my comments are going to be like, it's pronounced whatever. It's a balagano, dude. All right. Pop it in. Oh, 200 points. 61 farming, which I was not expecting to get. Got a lot of farming levels from that. And by the way, I would not recommend doing this if it's a new account. I would recommend just getting lunars done. Honestly, don't do this. But for me, it's going to be worse. Now, trade the guy the rewards. Want to buy the can. Make sure we're buying the damn can. And we got the damn can, dude. Beautiful. So before we make those saplings, I just checked the Grand Exchange wiki. And, well, first we bought 320 yew seeds and 1,000 more maples, but we're going to take the rest of this cash and I'm going to spend it on bagged plants because for some reason bagged plants are selling for over 2,000 gold. So I bought a couple, haven't hit the log out time yet, going to do a farm run. Going to list these for 20, I don't want to greed. We'll do 20,095 and I don't know if they'll sell, but they said they're selling for that much. If they are, I'm making absolute bank. All right, let's fill this watering can. Boom. It is full. It still looks the same. I thought it was full earlier. And now this is how I water my saplings. And every click I'm making, because these are yew saplings, 2.5k. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? We also have a ton of maples to make, 2,400. I'll be making 1.4k each from those. And the bags, the bagged plants are actually selling for that price. Not all of them, slowly but surely. But I'm telling you, man, absolutely printing. Absolutely printing. I have just woken up, and this, I believe, is going to be the biggest collect we've done this series. Everything should have sold, hopefully. Oh my. Okay, when I said everything should have sold, I completely lied. I completely lied. I'm going to have to relist some of these bags. But hey, most of them sold. My maple sold, my yew sold, I got my filled pots. A little late, but either way, it should be a pretty big collect. Boom. 28 mil. Boom. I bet you didn't think we were questing. Yes, we just got Dwarf Cannon unlocked. And I will be using... Hello, what is this? Alright, let's go do a maze, dude. First maze random event ever. But yeah, I will be using that cannon for something I will share in the very near future. First, I want to hit 40 mil cash, which we're very close to. And today I was actually supposed to quest out the birdhouses to unlock Fossil Island. But I realized I had to do like 9 to 10 quests and train some stats. And I thought, I already got 6 herb runs to look after. So my hourly allotments are pretty packed. And we're about to unlock a 7th herb patch. I think I'm going to not just do birdhouse runs. I think I'm good. Perfect. Alright, good luck. I don't know what I'm going to get from this. Probably like 1 Guam leaf. Oh, great. 500 iron arrows. I'm never doing that maze again. Well, while we're chilling, I thought we'd make some more Topaz amulets for fun, and then put another offer on some yew seeds. Of course, the saplings are slowly buying, the bagged plants are slowly reselling. Everything's going to plan. Yo, 70 mage. I love this moneymaker because I get mage XP, which is so fun. I can use the curse scepter now, which is cool, and I'm making about 500 gold per click which ain't bad. That is going to be my last quorum seed from the 100 seed challenge, and it lived, thankfully, and it gave me quite a good yield. And we also bought some snapdragon seeds because I want to try those, about 100 of them. But let us check what the profit is from 100 quorums. We have made 2.7 mil minus 200k, so 2.5 mil. By the way, I've been on top of my herb runs lately. I'm hoping I'm making the boys proud. I've been slightly more efficient than normal. But now we move on to snapdragon seeds, only if they are more profitable. They are more expensive. What are they? Let me put up one seed here. So they're 40k each. Therefore, this is about 4.1 mil investment seeds alone. So the one bad thing as well about snap seeds is this is a yield from 1, and it only made me 47k. Minus 40k, that's 7k profit. So if they die or give me low yield, it pretty much negates all profits. Alright, I'm going to have to retire this moneymaker. It is simply too good. The gold printing NPC garden supplier of the farming guild will never be used again in at least 100 mil series. And tomorrow when I wake up, I will be finally buying some beautiful upgrades and running another moneymaker that should be perfect for printing. Just got done with another beautiful snapdragon run, 50 seeds to go. Not one herb has died, by the way. And I've waken up to some beautiful buys. So first, let me just grab my cash. 19 mil chilling. When did we get so rich? I swear the money's just flying in. And oh yeah, we bought some good stuff. First off, the occult, we're 70 mage, we can wield it. The twin flame staff, that's why we got 60 mage earlier, way earlier in the series. It's coming back full round. Dwarf cannon, obviously 1,000 maple seeds, some cannonballs. My grimy quorums have sold some beautiful blue wizard boots for swag, and some death runes. So let's go ahead and collect that. Oh yeah, so 22 mil plus all the gear, and we are headed straight. And we are headed straight for barrows with this beautiful staff. Look at this staff, dude. Oh, it looks so cool. It's a slightly newer staff. Always wanted to try it out. Get out of my way, brother. The gist of it is it hits twice with normal mage spells, like elemental spells. So you hit twice. The second hit's a little less than the first. Should be amazing. All right, I am ready for barrows. First, let me list the maple saplings I just watered. We're going to do 56.99. Let's see, do any of them insta-sell? No, of course not. We'll wait, and we're buying more seeds. We have all our money buying seeds, in case you didn't see that. U seeds buying, maple seeds buying. Every part of our money is working for us. And now we start barrows. About 100 tabs. Let's see what we can get in 100 telly tabs of barrows. And of course, people are thinking, barrows isn't super newbie. Are you lying to us with this series? No, my friend, the way I do it, it is super newbie. First, I'm going to start at Carol's, then go to DH with the normal prayers. I want to try this staff, though, before I start showing the method. I've never used it before. It's supposed to hit twice, and we are using death runes for this. Oh, that is so cool, man. That is so cool. I'm going to go ahead and put my cannon down at Arims, whatever you want to call it. And it's just going to sit here. And aggro Aram, so he's now on this side, and we're going to run around. Now, you could fight this guy with pure mage. I like the cannon. I'm not even sure that it's worth cannoning now, since the weakness to the Barrows brothers. I will probably just demolish him with air spells. Oh yeah, this is trash. Am I going to hit? This is when I realized that the cannon method no longer works as well as I thought it was. The last time I did this was on my Iron Man, maybe 7 years ago, to save on prayer pots. So please disregard everything I said about the cannon. I am super embarrassed. Just forget it happened. Don't comment it down below. And we're just going to move right along because there are other techniques to barrows that will save you tons of money on prayer pots that I have to show you. Alright, the minty method is absolutely busted with the new mage update that hit, which is not even new, but it's new to me because I've been in the wild for 10 years. But at least I can show you this. I know this is still in the game. And it's how I save on prayer pots. For the, the west side, you can do it 4 ways. And on the east side, you can only do it 2 ways. So you start with walk, you attack, you hold control, which makes you run, and then you can pivot to a corner. It's a little complicated, but it really isn't, and you can do it for each corner here. And this is how you can save a bunch on prayer pots. while taking 0 damage. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and snare the boss, use some nature runes, or just pray melee anyways, you can. But I'll be doing this method. And like I said, for the east, you can only do it 2 sides, which I'll show you later when I need to. All right, we just force spawn DH. This is how we... Oh my gosh, you do got to be careful because we are very low HP and defense. But what you can do is you can actually force spawn the barrows, brother, down below and mobs. I like to use the corner rooms because there's an invisible ladder right here that we can take advantage of. So every corner room has an invisible ladder, and all these side rooms, at least the ones to the south, have 1 rock you can save spot on. Therefore making barrows completely easy and noob friendly. Of course, it's still dangerous. If you cross a door, this guy could still maybe even one-tap you. So make sure you're full HP, because I'm only 45 HP and it's terrifying. But just to show you guys the other safe spot, this is the south pathway. I'm going to spawn a mob real quick. And then I'm going to run them on over to this little rock. And I'll use mind spells to farm these guys. And boom. Easy peasy, no prayer pots. Feeling a little embarrassed that I brought a cannon. But still, very noob friendly. To the point where I'm using wines to heal. But let's go open up that first chest. Maybe get leggy. Good luck, boys. Remember, be careful. These mobs do hit on you. If you want, you could pray melee the whole time. But I don't like to waste money. First chest. Oh, dude, I thought I got something. Oh, and just to show you guys, at the end of these barrows runs, I teleport to the Frox Enclave. Some people use their house, but why use a house when you got the Enclave right here with a fresh bowl of refreshments and a bank? 2 chests in, we've only used 1 full prayer pot. I think we're spending maybe 10 to 15k per run, maybe even less than that. So super efficient, super cheap runs, very fast, and we're only level 50. Good luck. Finally get to show you guys how to do the chest on the east side. It's a little different than the west side for the method here. By the way, it's probably going to be a 0 prayer run. Just saying, sometimes you don't even need a prayer pot. That's how awesome this method is. But for some reason on the east side, you can only do it twice. So it takes a little more run energy. But if you're using the Twin Flame Staff, oh my god, I swear, what was that, like a 40? Did I just hit a 40? So disgusting. So disgusting. And it's pretty fast. No, it finally happened. The second I pipe up about no Snapdragons dying, we get a dead Snapdragon, dude. Negative 41k. Worst day of my life. Yo, 71 mage. It's going pretty well. Spending like 4k per run. Insane. No! Alright, no way. I saw this guy doing carols thinking, okay, it's going to work on carols, but not the DH, brother. Not the DH melee. Oh, it's prayer drop. Come on. He turned his prayer off, dude. No, what are you doing? Wait, what is DH doing? Yo, DH, you're lacking, brother. DH, come on. Come on. DH. Okay. All right, I hate it. This is going to be my 14th chest. I think that's drop rate. Might be wrong. Good luck. About to hit another farm run, but I think I'm done with barrows runs for the day. Got 700 blood runes, 2,000 chaos runes. Not bad. Started with 3k death runes. We're now 500 above that. So we made 600k in a couple hours with no items. Not the best. Not the worst. Head out to this farm run. Gonna go ahead and collect some straight cash, put in some more buy offers, and see you guys tomorrow. Yo, 65 farming. That means I've just unlocked another area in the farming guild. And also my 7th herb patch. Alright boys, this is officially the last Snapdragon to the 100 mini challenge to see how much we make versus Quorums. We spent 4.1 million gold on the seeds, and I'm not replanting any seeds right now. I want to see which one's better before I do another buy of new seeds. So 4.1 million gold investment. We got 791 Snapdragons. How much is that gonna be? 6.2 mil. So I actually paid way more from Quorums. I made 400k more from farming Quorums. Ah, dude, that kind of sucks because the Snapdragons were giving me more XP. But I think I'm gonna go back to the Quorum seeds. Also, We do have some more seeds buying of the tree variety. Very nice, very nice. Over 420 U seeds, and the maple seeds are slowly buying in right now. Here is the legendary 7th patch, planted with, of course, a quorum seed. I was really enjoying the Snapdragon XP, but I want that money, dude. We are profit maxing. But that's not all. If you come over here, and don't worry. I know this is tagged. Untag her. I'm never using her again. Or maybe next video. Oh, such a good money maker. Unless it gets ruined when the video goes live, which is possible. But here's a whiteberry bush. Yes, we are growing those whiteberries, 850 each, so hopefully that survives. And if we come up here, we have ourselves a cactus, which will give us cactus spine, which go for 1.8k each. So yes, baby, we are farming guild maxing out here in these beautiful streets. Of course, I haven't found an allotment that's really worth planting. I know some people are like, why not snape grass? I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it. But I also want to show you that my maple saplings are selling for 6k each. 6.2k each. We're making over 2k per sapling. So good. So beautiful. Let's hopefully get a barrows item. If you don't see a clip, that means we went dry. First item, elite clue scroll. This game hates me. 22 chested. Dude, the maple sold 6.2 on this one, 6.1 on this one. Bro. Been running herb runs all weekend, dude. And the quorum seeds are, well, I had like 300, but you can see I could farm a bunch. And look at that money. Just pouring in. Extra 200k per just from planting the cactus and the whiteberry bush, which is so nice. Only over a weekend. And of course, we had some grand exchange offers buying the whole time. Oh yes, we have plenty of things to come collect here. 2,000 maple seeds. Well, we got a couple hundred chilling in there. We also have, well, I'm trying to buy more maple seeds. I actually hit the buy limit. I'm not trying to buy U seeds. Right now, the price for U seeds are doing weird things. It went down like 3k, so I'm gonna let it settle. And I thought, let's buy some Ring of Wealth. So let's try out a new moneymaker, because I was checking out, I buy a lot of Ring of Wealth charges to get to the Grand Exchange, and I was like, these are 15k a piece. And I can buy this for 11.4, meaning every time I charge one Ring of Wealth, it's like 3k profit. So we're finally running the, was it 11 to 1200 Ring of Wealths, and we did list the saplings, so some are selling already, which is great. And let's see how much we make per envy. So right now we're risking 310k. Let's go ahead and charge these. I hope I can. I think I can. Yes, I can. So 310k quickly turns into 409k. We're making about 100k per inventory. And since we don't have any diaries, and probably won't be getting diaries in this series at all, because, ew, diaries suck. Well, actually, they're pretty good. We'll be running towards the obelisk and hoping it takes us to the Frox Enclave. Dude, the Chaos Ellie's on me. Oh, here's a dude. I mean, I'm just kind of curious what he's got. So let's go ahead and find out. Hey, what's up, brother? Yes, I am prepared. Yes, sir. I am a prepared man with a prepared plan. Beautiful. What do we get? Ah, it's a crime. Oh, no way. No way. Trade. He's dark bowing me? I'm getting dark bowed? Wait, is Pathing's ass? Is Pathing's ass? One sec, is Pathing's real bad? Yo. Hey, yo. Oh! Alright, we just charged all our Ring of Wealths. That took a little under 2 hours. Not horrible money at all. I think it was at least 1.5 to 2 mil an hour. If you do it on a main with diaries, I'm telling you, you're probably going to be able to make 6 mil an hour, which is crazy. So we price check that. Looking quite beautiful. Easily 3 to 4 mil profit. Let's sell them. Don't think I'll ever run those again, though. With the randomness of the teleports, it's very annoying, but still very good money. Another beautiful day of money making is afoot. Let's go ahead and collect the goods here. And we did buy some maple seeds. The prices are going haywire right now. So much so that I was able to nab some saplings for pretty cheap. I don't know why people are selling the saplings so cheap, but collected all 28 million gold. All right, watering these. And you know what? Instead of going to barrows, I had a ton of excess cash. We're getting to the point where I'm not even sure what my bank's worth anymore. And we have so much money, I don't know what to do with it. So I was thinking, I'll buy some Topaz amulets. They're not selling. I looked around the Topaz family, and I found that Bracelets of Slaughter, which is a Topaz bracelet, are going for like 4.7k each. So like, can I buy some bracelets then and enchant them? No, they are not selling. Therefore, I'm just going to make them from scratch. Cost me about 2,100 per bracelet, and I could sell them fully enchanted for 4.6, doubling my profits. 57 crafting from 43 start, which I gotta say is pretty insane. I'm not doing this for the levels, I'm doing this for the money, but I'll take the levels. Yo, 72 mage. Very nice. We can now wield the Nightmare Staff, well, without the orb, sadly. I finally get to show you guys how much money I make per one full farm run, because I just felt like recording it, but yeah, let's show you. Make it about 200k, that's a low yield run. Usually it's about 220 to 250k per farm run, which ain't bad at all. 73 mage, the magical number, and I can now use Enfeeble. Interesting. Another beautiful day to wake up and do a farm run. Of course, keep my farm runs pretty consistent. We're actually 69 farming. Like, dude, stop raking this patch, brother. Absolute crackhead. Either way, 69 farming, almost 70. Let's head on over to the Grand Exchange and collect the buys for the day. Oh yes, and the sells. The bracelets actually ended up selling, which is very nice. So 3.5 for one, 3.8 for the other. Collect the cash, 12 mil, 1,000 maple seeds to make. I was trying to buy some Topaz bracelets, but you know what? I think I'm just going to make them. I'm not even going to enchant them, because it costs 1,800 now to make a bracelet, and you can sell them for 3,500. Listed to use. We're going to be listing the maples here for $69.99. Hopefully those sell. And we bought 3,000 potentially made bracelets. This feels like such a weird moneymaker, because every inventory I'm making a minimum of at least 17k. And I'm getting pretty good crafting speed. Almost feels illegal. I don't know how long it'll last, so that's why I'm out here instead of barrows. But man, it's feeling good. Hey, 60 crafting, and we can now make green dragonite chaps. Yep. No money in those, sadly, but not bad. Whew. All right, made all these bracelets. 64 crafting now, which is kind of insane. And yeah, Bracelets of Slaughter still skyrocketing. This is quite a moneymaker at the moment. Nice little collect here, and while we wait for the next day to come, I'm going to go ahead and put some more purchases on palm seeds, maple seeds, and yew seeds. A nice, beautiful mixture, and of course, slow sell these for, we're going to try $34.99. Just waking up, do another beautiful farm run, and I noticed that we've done so many farm runs for this series / episode that I have filled up the empty buckets to 1,000. That means at minimum we have done 1,000 herb patches for just this series alone. That's some effort, baby. That's some straight up grinding. But that's not all. We have a lot of things buying right now, or have been bought. Look at these seeds. I bought so many seeds. Hopefully for not too expensive of a price, because now they're 22.7, but the saplings are still selling for above 25. So regardless, it is straight up profit. And these super energies, if I decant them, I'll make some money, but it really didn't go that well. I think it's time we finally hit our bank with a price check. The last one was quite a while ago, was around 40 mil, and I actually have no idea where we're at value-wise. I have legit no clue how close we are to the 100 mil goal, and I want to know, because I feel like we're getting pretty darn close. But first, I want to just price check these yew saplings. Oh my gosh. So our price check last time was around 40 mil. Now we have over just 40 mil in yew saplings alone. But we'll quickly add everything else to it. Oh, wow. I was hoping we'd be above 60 mil. We are well above 70 mil. This is crazy. 25 mil more to go. I think I'm going to start focusing on those barrows runs. I'm afraid we're not going to get them in by the time we hit the 100 mil goal. So hopefully we get an item. But man, this, my friends, has been quite a fun series. 25 mil more to go. Let's sprint towards that finish line as fast as we can. 41 chests in Aram's hood. Oh my gosh. I hate this game, dude. What the? I had 200k. Still, that's like one farm run. I should have never started barrows, but we gotta finish it. 59 left to go. What an absolute pain. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Please subscribe. Please. This sucks so much. I'm dedicating this chest to Misty. Rest in peace, my crush when I was young. Hardly knew ye. Alright, don't work. Sorry, Misty. 72 farming. Finally, I catch this one on a recording. We can now grow calquat trees. Oh my god, I couldn't even say it. I just woke up. I don't think there's any money in calquat trees, boys. I'm going to be honest. Probably not going to be growing those or doing saplings. But speaking of saplings, yes, we have a ton to collect. Now, I made a mistake last time when we price checked because the U saplings fell from 25.5k to 24.5, and U seeds fell like to 21k each. So, unfortunately, I didn't sell them at too big of a profit, but we instantly sold them and bought some seeds for cheap. Oh my gosh, look at these seeds, dude. Ridiculous amount of seeds, and yes, I gotta go put them in some plant pots. Gonna do a nice juicy claim. My U saplings have sold most of my maple saplings as well, so 37 million, and reinvest them into some seeds like usual. Seeds are super cheap right now. I just saw maple saplings on a chart wick down to 100 each. I don't know what's going on. They're not there now, but there's some weird things happening with this price. Another beautiful day to check the Grand Exchange, and I was buying, of course, more seeds. I bought these for 20.8k, which is insane because now they're almost 22k. Seems like the U seeds are bouncing back. A little bit of palms, and I actually was able to snag some full-grown saplings for 23.2, and these are going to be selling for about 24.2. So 1k profit per, which ain't bad at all. Actually, no, I'm going to do 21.1. I'm not going to be greedy of U saplings anymore, man. I don't trust the U seed prices. And I actually bought some more U saplings and sold them for 23.7, buying them for 23.1. Now, I didn't plan to really do too much merching on this phase. If we do go to 500 mil, if you guys want me to go to 500 mil, that's when I'm going to introduce very easy merching because we'll have so much cash. But for now, if people are going to sell me U saplings for 23k, I'm going to take advantage of it. Yo, another day, another morning. And just in case you're curious how much I made off this cactus spine, 12k. Sometimes I get like 20k, which is pretty sick. And of course, let's go check the Grand Exchange. The boss, Yami, whatever, the duo boss just came out. And I think everyone dumped their bank to buy supplies. And that, for some reason, affected seed prices. So we were able to buy some U saplings for 22.6. Which means we could sell those for like 500 gold, hopefully a little bit more. Able to snag some maple saplings for 3.9. They're 5k now, so 1.2k profit on that. And then for seeds, maples didn't really change. U seeds actually dropped to 18k, but we bought around 20. And yeah, sadly, I should have probably put some lower bids in, but who thought everyone would just dump their seeds for Yami gear? So it looks like the saplings are already selling, which is awesome, but you know what's not awesome? Seeing how many seeds I have. Oh my gosh, man. Oh, I bought some palms as well. Dude, I am going to have to click so much. Why me? You know what? I'm going to call it before I even open it. Aram, stop right here. Damn. This should be 74 mage, 54 combat, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure because of this, I'm going to get a good drop, right? Oh, whoa. Hey. What a clip. What we just make. Dude. It only took me 63 chests. And we're up 1 mil? These used to be like 4 mil. Alright, whatever. We'll take it. We finally get an item. Finally, bro. It only took 63 barrows chests, dude. Hopefully this luck does not transfer over to the viewers. Pop it right in there next to that hood. Oh, yeah. Just hit 73 farming. 2 more levels until I can make mage saplings. And lanthanum, sadly, don't make much money. So not going to be growing those anytime soon. Beautiful day today. Beautiful Friday today. It's been a couple days after the Yami update. And I think items are finally starting to bounce back. At least a little bit. We did put on some buys. Some actually insane buys. So we bought maple saplings, not a lot, but 400 for 4k, and then we're selling them for 5k, right? Isn't that beautiful? Sold a good amount. Selling some U saplings for 23.6, and we actually bought some for 22.2. So I gotta say the little miniature flips are going well, and U-seeds are now 21.5k. We bought these for 20.7, so pretty good indeed. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the offers and make a little bit of seeds. Just making some sweet maple saplings, and my U's instantly sold for more than I thought they would. What the hell's going on? Maybe prices legit are rebounding. I just got half a guffins in a chest. Oh snap! I got half guffins, dude. If I was an Iron Man, that would be so crazy. Since I'm not an Iron Man, it's actually not that great. But let's price check it anyways. 160, so 500k, but still, that's really cool. 70kc, 30 more to go. No! At least we're getting items. I mean, it took a while, but we're getting items, dude. Flail is, I want to price check right away, but it takes like 10 damn years. Oh, alright, it is 94k. Probably one of the worst things to get. Waking up after a beautiful weekend of letting some buy orders fill, and yes, look at these 1,500 maple seeds, but that's not all. That's not all. We also flipped a ton of stuff. As you can see, we were buying maple saplings for 4.4k, selling them for 5k, or 4.7. They kind of went back down, but we sold most of them. Bought some palm seeds for very cheap here, 16k, now they're 17.5. Bought some U seeds for cheap. These bought at 21.5. They're now 23.4k. It's actually fantastic. Bought some maple seeds at 2.6k. Oh yeah. We're up, brother. Was I buying these maple saplings at 3.6k as well? So we could sell those for 500 each. Profit. The merches have been phenomenal. Phenomenal? Is that a word? But real quick, let me give you a little price check of all the farming supplies that we have, just for fun. Because why not? It's not all our money, but it's definitely most of our money. Oh my gosh. That's way more than I thought it would be. Am I done with the series? All right, either way, I got some stuff to do before we finish off. Let's pretend we didn't see that. That's disgusting. I really got to keep better track of where we're at. Valuably. Okay, we got a brassy, baby. I mean, you know, 84 chests ain't going to finish the 100. And at least we're getting items, you know. Now, the brassy, I got to say, is probably one of the worst items. Okay, 168k. Not too bad, but we got one. Dude, what is this, brother? Carol's coif. The items are starting to pour in. And they're all ass. Ah, Barrows help. It's like at the end of the 100 chests, I'm getting all these items. But at the very beginning, it was nothing. So weird. Oh, 100k. 75 farming on the last quorum. How perfect. And of course, once we hit 75, we can now do our own magic trees, meaning magic saplings, which is hopefully going to be the most profit. Now, sadly, we hit it at the very end as we were about to hit the goal of 100 mil, but still unlocking this could be very, very good money for the future if this series does have a future, of course, so I'm still pretty excited. This is going to be my 100th Barrows chest. I thought it would be the perfect way to end this beautiful series. We have all the Barrows items upon us. Let's loot the chest. Of course, no item, but that's to be expected. But real quickly, actually, let me head to Castle Wars. I am going to price check the loot we got from 100 chests of Barrows. And then I'm going to do the world's biggest claim at the Grand Exchange. I have the majority of my bank sold. Just waiting. Oh, it looks so juicy. I can't wait. But really quickly, let me throw up all of this gear. It's probably not the best way to call it. And in 100 Barrows chests, I pretty much profited 4.8 mil. If we want to be really specific, it's probably around like 4.75 mil. We really didn't spend too much doing Barrows. Was it worth it? Not at all. Can you do it though in a newbie method? For sure. And that's all I really wanted to prove. But boys, it's been a fantastic series. Before we go claim all the loot, we're rocking 3.05 million total XP, 74 mage, 75 farming, combat 55, 1 defense still, meaning if we do make this a 500 mil series in the future, if you guys like this, I'll finally be able to use my 1 defense to make some money. We didn't get to it this series, unfortunately, but I have so many plans, so many other ways to make money in newbie money makers. But without further ado, look at everything. Almost sold all the maple seeds. Would have been nice if that was green too. Here are the grimy corms we farmed. 20 mil from the corms. Probably around 30 mil plus if we add all our farm runs together. I mean, just look at this juice. Go ahead for the collect. 96 mil. Now, of course, really quickly, let me sell everything else in the bank to see what the total is. I have sold everything in my bank. Well, everything that is of value. You know, there's still some stuff here, but everything's pretty much cleared out. Barrows tab, farming tab, whatever these tabs were. You know, I'm not saying that I'm the best at organization, but it made it work. So let's go ahead and claim the rest. Even my beautiful twin flame staff, which I'm going to miss so much. Oh my gosh. 110 mil. How come I always make more than I should? I always go a little bit above and beyond, don't I? 110 mil made instead of 100 mil. And the last thing to do on this account before we wrap up this episode is I want to see how long we've been playing it. How long did it take me to make 100 mil on a fresh level 3 using Nooby Moneymakers? 4 days and 22 hours. Wow. That is actually insane. I thought it would be a much longer. That is literally in less than a week of playtime, we made 100 mil, 110 mil in the noobiest ways possible. And of course, we could have made this faster. There were some methods I had to nerf, some methods I didn't want to repeat because they were too strong. And barrows, I gotta say, was a waste of time, but it was fun. That is incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. If you want this to become a 500 mil series and continue off where we left, let me know. Subscribe, drop a like, and like always, boys, I will see you in the next episode.